We're looking forward to a heavy-duty cricketing season, and that entails a very, very comprehensive tour of Australia. Joining me right now is Brendan McClements, who is the CEO of Visit Victoria. Brendan, a heavy-duty test match coming your way, the Boxing Day test. Can I ask, what are the preparations going to be like? Because Melbourne is the sports capital of the world.
It's a fantastic opportunity for Melbourne. I think all of us cricket fans are looking forward to that particular game. It's such an important game in the world cricket calendar. So for Victoria to welcome India back again, I was at the MCG the other day. It's looking brilliant. We will start to move into bringing the pitches in, but we can't wait to have India and Australia on the 26th of December. We'll walk out for that first ball, which is a brilliant time in cricket.
And Brendan, if I talk about Indian fans, they make it a point to reach everywhere the Indian cricket team is playing. I was there in Barbados, in Guyana. It was a full house. So are you ready for that sort of fan experience as well? Because I am sure it's going to be a full house for the MCG test.
I think so, yeah, and we're ready. We are the best city in Australia for visitors, so we can't wait to welcome all the Indian fans and get them to enjoy everything about Melbourne, whether it's the cricket or the food or the culture or the wildlife. So we're ready to put ourselves on show and let the world see exactly why Melbourne is the best place for visitors in Australia.
And you are currently in New Delhi, where I'm being told there's a special event that has been planned. Tell us a little about that. Is it going to be a roadmap to the Boxing Day test?
I think that's part of it. Our Premier is making her first visit to India. She's very committed to the Indian-Australian connection, as we all are. So it's a great opportunity for her to meet so many people in India who help us ensure Victoria is popular. So today at our event, she'll meet many of the travel trade that are responsible for moving sort of 200,000 people a year into Australia.
And Brendan, do you have a sense that the Indian market is one of the biggest when we talk about tourism, especially for Australia?
Yes, certainly for us it's currently the 5th biggest market in the world, and it's increasing. We're seeing this year, it's suggested, McKinsey's reports are suggesting something like 26.7 million Indians will travel outside their country. In context, that's about the population of Australia, so every Australian taking an overseas trip. And that's projected to grow even more, to 40 to 80 million Indian travelling outside of their country over the next few years. So this market is so dynamic, so energetic, and we're seeing increasingly in global terms Indian travellers making sure that they are enjoying moving around the world as well.
And right after the test match, we will also have the Australian Open to look forward to. So a lot of back-to-back sport coming to Melbourne.
Well, that's the way of life in Melbourne. It's a place where we do enjoy our events, whether they be sport, cultural, food and wine. Yes, so there will be the tennis, and then there will be the Food and Wine Festival, and then there's the Grand Prix. So it's a great time to be in Melbourne, and we know that Indians increasingly are seeing that part of it. The numbers we see also show that Indian travellers are going for leisure to Melbourne, so they're taking advantage of that. And this year, hopefully, we may even see a PKL game come to India. So
that is something that I also wanted to ask you about, because recently there's been a collaboration where we are being told about 2026 is when we could see Kabaddi in Australia, in Melbourne. So is that a concerted effort to target more Indian games?
Well, I think Kabaddi has been one of the incredible success stories in world sport. It doesn't really get enough credit. India's success in taking that particular sport and turning it into a phenomenon. We proudly boast the sports capital of Australia, and we spend a lot of time looking at sports around the world. So we've had a great series of conversations with the Pro Kabaddi Commissioner as well as Disney Star about the opportunity to bring something down to Melbourne. So we've got that very much in our mind. We wanted to join the Boxing Day test, the tennis and the Grand Prix as part of our sporting calendar.
Brendan, final question. There must be a lot of people in India who must be deciding whether they should travel, whether they should not travel. They must be making plans. Anything you'd want to tell them so that they decide to travel and it tilts in their favour?
Well, history is going to be made on the 26th of December. It's important to be there. So I think this is the perfect time to travel. It's a great time to be in Australia. It's a great time to be in Melbourne. And yeah, I think everyone likes to be where history is happening. So that first ball on that first day and then the 4 following days are going to be a fantastic time to be in Melbourne in particular.
And hopefully it's an Indian win for all the Indian cricket fans. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and we'll speak to you again when the test match happens.
Excellent. I understand why you're hoping for an Indian win. I've got a slightly different view.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.